Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another severe weather breakdown. Now today we're going to be talking about a once per year storm that is going to bring dangerous severe thunderstorms, large tornadoes, a huge blizzard event, and more. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off with the SPC outlook for today, where it's a little calm, alright? We have a marginal risk of severe weather for portions of North Texas and Southwest Oklahoma, okay? And the only thing driving that is the fact that you have a 5% chance to see damaging wind gusts today if you're in that area, but it's not looking like the severe weather is going to be too crazy today, alright? It's when we go into tomorrow that we have our first signs that this storm is going to slap, alright? We have an enhanced risk of severe weather for much of southern Dixie Alley here, including western portions of the panhandle of Florida, southwestern Alabama, southeastern Mississippi, and then southeastern Louisiana here, okay? So the tornado threat for tomorrow, you have a 10% chance to see a large tornado in your town if you're anywhere in that yellow area tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, we have a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes. Now, this is something that is only issued in some of the more upper-end tornado outbreaks, all right? You guys remember the Tennessee tornado outbreak? That had this same rating here, okay? And that was an intense outbreak with many large damaging tornadoes. So we can be expecting something like that tomorrow, unfortunately, okay? Now, damaging wind threat for tomorrow is also bad. You have a 30% chance to see wind gusts of 60 miles per hour or higher in your town if you are anywhere in that red area tomorrow. You also have at least a 10 to 20% chance to see wind gusts exceeding 50 knots. Or sorry, why did I say 50 knots? Okay, I meant 75 miles per hour or higher, okay? So tomorrow we have an extreme damaging wind threat as well. We're going to see some gusts approach that 80 to maybe even 85 mile per hour range. So you've got to be extremely careful with that. Now, we do have a hail threat for tomorrow. You have a 15% chance to see hail of 1 inch or larger in your community tomorrow if you are in that yellow shade, alright? But this is not nearly as bad as the damaging wind and tornado threat for tomorrow, but it's still something to look out for, okay? Now, this is, none of this is new information, alright? My last video had all this in here, but the reason I'm making another update is because we go into Tuesday now, and we have another enhanced risk of severe weather. 2 days in a row, we're going to have an enhanced risk of severe weather. The last time that happened was, I don't even know when. It's been at least like 10, 11 months, maybe even. Okay, this is only something that happens in pretty extreme tornado outbreaks, but on Tuesday, we already have an enhanced risk of severe weather for southeastern Alabama, southwestern Georgia, and most of the Florida panhandle, okay? So be extremely careful. I wish we could break down the threats for this already, but unfortunately we cannot. But I do imagine that we're going to see another 10% hatch tornado risk, so look out. Next up, we're going to move on to the watches, warnings, and advisories because they're arguably even more crazy. Look at how many weather alerts are in effect across the country right now, okay? There's so much to break down here. I'm not going to be able to get to all of it, but almost everywhere you have a weather alert, okay? It is insane right now, alright? So, I guess I shouldn't say everywhere, but for like half the country, there's like a 50% chance you're under a weather alert right now, alright? So, the purples are your winter weather advisories, the light purple color. That means you could see a few inches of snow over the next 48 hours. Pinks are winter storm warnings, meaning you could see a lot of snow over the next 48 hours. Blues, those are your winter storm watches. Means some big snow is coming, but it's not quite here yet, okay? Oranges, blizzard warnings, right? We have some blizzard warnings for Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, and New Mexico even, okay, for a strong winter storm system that's moving through there right now, producing damaging winds and heavy snowfall. That light brown color you see, those are your wind advisories, alright? We already have wind advisories in effect for all of western Tennessee, as well as central Tennessee for the most part. Almost all of Alabama. Every single county in Mississippi is under a wind advisory. Most of Arkansas, some of southern Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, almost all of Louisiana, almost all of Texas even, almost all of New Mexico, alright? We've got a lot of wind advisories in effect. Now, the darker brown colors are going to be your high wind watches and warnings, which means the winds could get even more intense than your standard wind advisory, okay? So you got to be very careful. That hot pink color there down in southwest Texas, those are actually your red flag warnings for a large fire danger, okay? So we could be actually seeing some fire activity in January, which is unusual, so look out for that. Now, finally, I want to talk about the snowfall over the next 24 hours because it's going to be insane also. 2 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, that's about 23 hours. This is how much snow you could see between now and then. We can see a lot of snow in the Four Corner States area, even some areas in New Mexico getting upwards of a foot of snow in the mountains there just west of Albuquerque. Okay, so you got to be extremely careful for that. Albuquerque's probably going to see a good dumping of snow as well over the next 23 hours. Same thing for Eastern Arizona, alright? But pretty much everywhere in the Four Corner States is going to be looking at least a little bit of snow over the next 24 hours. So be very careful and wary of that, alright? We've also got quite a bit of snow in panhandle portions of Texas and Oklahoma. Some in Kansas, some in Nebraska, some in Iowa. Those areas are probably going to be looking at upwards of half a foot, but likely in that, 2 to 4 inch range. Alright, and then we've also got some snow potentially in the northeast for the leftover portion of Winter Storm Ember there. Okay, we've had a pretty strong winter storm in that area if you are not aware, but it is finally starting to settle down, but you could be looking at a little bit more snow over the next 24 hours. That is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be going live tomorrow to cover severe weather here, and probably on Tuesday as well, but we don't know yet. I'm definitely going to be on Tuesday now. There's an enhanced risk, so stay tuned into the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.